Hello, everyone. Welcome to a new episode of Toytography Live. I am your host, Brian Carr, and I am here with the man with the plan, Dan Hickman. Hello, sir.
It feels so good to be back in the saddle again, man. I missed you guys the last couple of weeks. I got to watch last Wednesday while I was recovering from COVID, but it's good to be home and it's good to be back in action, my friend.
Yes, it is glad to have you back here, sir. Yeah, I don't know when I'll ever have a moment where I'll be watching on the other end, so, but still, it's cool to see
Well,
see
I
that you're
mean, this coming Saturday is the season finale. You could always take next Wednesday off and I could just do the show. It's nothing like
back.
anything big's happening, right?
Oh boy, there is definitely something big that is happening next week. We might drop a little hint of that later on. Yeah, so that's next week is gonna be a doozy. But who do we have up in here right now? We have Steve. What's going on, Steve? And 60 Pig, good evening. Oh, yes, good evening to you as well. And Mark is
Mark P, how
here.
you doing?
And Sneaky Figures, hello. Yes, and see there, he's telling you welcome back. Look, he's saying that welcome
Hey,
back.
all right. Thank you,
Yes.
60. I appreciate that. Oh,
And Jesse is joining us. Hello, sir. And yes, and see,
see,
didn't
because I
love
know
all
Jesse was secretly auditioning to take my spot, so I have to really have a good show today, because otherwise, man, he could be like, I'm in.
right. Yes, it's good to see you. So yeah, so we're all happy that you are back, man. It's great to have you. Everyone is
To, to quote
enjoying
the
our
inimitable
presence.
Sally Field, you
Right,
like me. You really like me.
right. Yes, we do, sir. We are glad that you have returned. So it's good to see you guys. We do have quite a bit of things to talk about today, and man, it's been a whole lot of fun watching the Toytography Challenge going on for this entire month. I mean, it has been an exciting Saturday every
Oh,
Saturday to see the photos that have been submitted by these contestants. I mean, it has been nothing short of amazing. So yeah, we are definitely excited to jump in and discuss all the cool things that we saw. But first and foremost, before we get started, we definitely want to give a shout out to the ones that are helping to make all of this possible. So first and foremost, we want to give a shout out to Jazz Ink Dioramas. They are currently still taking pre-orders for the Catwoman figure. This is based off of Michelle Pfeiffer's appearance in the Batman Returns. So there are 3 different versions that you can get. There is the clean version right here, which you can see. I mean, just the head sculpt, everything is just absolutely fantastic. So they're taking pre-orders for this version, or you can pre-order this version, which is the battle damage. And clearly you can see, the head sculpt still looks just as great. And there's a third version. The third version is if you pre-order both of them, then they will include this diorama piece that you get along with it, which clearly you can see all of the detail that is put into it. It is a fantastic diorama. I just enjoy Jazz Inc. and all their innovative products. It's just absolutely fantastic. So definitely head over to jazzinkdioramas.com and you can put in your pre-order for the figure. Also, we want to give a shout out to the ones that's really helping make this possible, as well as the Toytography Challenge, and that is Big Bad Toy Store. So currently they are having these in stock and available. So you can go ahead and place your order for some of these cool things. Again, I've said it many times before that it's always cool to have any kind of set pieces to add to the realism of your photos and things like that. So in addition to having all these cool figures, there's all these diorama pieces that you can have as well to add to your image. So yeah, you can definitely head over to bbts.com and pick up, besides this stuff, I mean, you could be on Big Bad Toy Store's website for hours looking at all the stuff that they have available and everything. So yeah, it's definitely cool to get stuff from them from all scales, 1/6, 1/4, 1/16. So yeah, it's all good to have also.
And anybody who wants to pick any of the diorama pieces up, let me know. I'll give you access to my pile of loot. You can just put them in there, and we'll be good.
See, forever with Dan, he is always trying to take your stuff. It's like forever trying to do that. It's like, oh,
I'm a collector.
all right, no, sir.
A collector, sir.
Yeah. So
If you
also,
have
with
it, I
that
will
said, we
collect
want to mention to you guys that the latest issue of Toytography magazine is now available. So this is the March issue, and yeah, so there's some really good stuff that is in there. So we have the interview with Nutty Bacaz, and there's also this diorama build from Vasco Toys. There's also some really good other materials that are in here. So I'll show you guys this thing now because I have my copy right here. So it has all this cool information. Like literally, we put in the interviews, and this is really my favorite part about the magazine is having the interviews with the photographers because they give such great advice on their photography skills, how they got started, what they use now, and things like that. A lot of good stuff that you can learn. In addition to all of that, this is the tutorial that we have for the diorama build. We take a lot of time. Like usually what we will do is we'll sit down with the diorama builder and they'll literally give us the whole explanation of how they're putting everything together, the materials that they use. And so literally we take the stuff verbatim, what they said, and we put it into the magazine so that you guys can be able to recreate what it was that they built and be able to use it for your own photography. So yeah, it's definitely a cool magazine to pick up. Now this is the latest copy. This is the March 2025 issue. We also have available on the site. This is the December issue that is currently available. We interviewed Felix Hernandez for this one. And also we did Zord photography, which you guys, if you know his posing skills, I mean, you can definitely recreate some of the images that we put in here of some of the stuff that he put in. And also we have another diorama build from Mike Duggar. So definitely a cool one that's available right now. Also we have available is the September issue. And of course, there's Jesse right there.
Hey, we know that guy. We love that guy.
So this is also really good. I mean, Jesse just had some really golden nuggets of information they put. So it was a lot of fun interviewing Jesse and the amazing. I mean, so yes, this is all available on toytographymag.com. Also, I want to make note, this is the June issue of Toytography Mag. Okay, we interviewed Andrew Camera. I want to let you guys know now, this magazine, this issue is the issue that's on its way out the door because the new June 2025 issue is going to be coming in. And so when that issue comes in, this issue is going to be faded out. So yeah, so definitely want to jump on this and grab it before it heads out the door because we will be putting it into the vaults. And then after this guy is gone, you definitely got to get this one because this is going to be the next one, which he's like, hey, what you mean? So yeah. So we definitely mentioned that you guys want to definitely get your hands on this one because again, this was a really cool image. Look at that back cover. I mean, look at that. That's just, that's what we do. We definitely take the time to make sure that these guys get the credit that is due to them. Also, for those of you who are not aware of it, whenever we release these issues, just before we release them, we will have photos submitted by the people in our Facebook group because what we would do is we have an artist wall in the magazine. So just to give you guys show you a little bit about what we do, because we definitely want to give credit to you guys as well. So we'll take images that are submitted by you guys and put them into the magazine so that you guys can get credit as well. Because I mean, that's what this is all about. This is not just about my photography or the whoever we interview. It's not just about them. It's all of you. We want to make sure that everyone gets seen, because everybody has skills in their own right, and so they definitely are worthy of notification. So yes, we definitely want to make sure that a lot of people get your recognition for the work that you're doing. Not just limited to just Instagram, whatever platform is available. We want to make it available for you guys so you can be able to see that stuff. So yes. So again, the current issue, the current March issue is this guy right here with Nutty Vicaz and Vasco Toys. So yeah, definitely want to jump on that. Moving on, last Saturday's episode. Oh my gosh. Those guys, they brought their A game to that. I mean, with Ian and Alberto and George, I mean, those guys, their photos were just fantastic. And hearing the advice that came from the judges, the critiques that came from them, I mean, it was just a rich a rich episode full of information that we could all learn from. It was some fantastic stuff. We saw some fantastic skills.
Oh, yeah.
Dan, I didn't get a chance to speak to you about it before. I know you're pretty much watching the episode along with everyone else. So what was your opinion of last Saturday's episode?
Well, I'm going to jump back just a little bit, because I got to tell you, watching episodes 2 and 3 while we were driving to and from vacation was awesome. I mean, it definitely made the trip go by quick. This past Saturday, I did something I hadn't done in a while, and I actually sat down and I wrote a new action figure review.
Okay. And
then I looked at my clock, and it was 25 after 11. I went, ah! So I immediately hit publish, and then I jumped right in and I started watching this. Now, oh my goodness. Just like Steve said, when I posted it, if you haven't watched it, you're going to have to reflect on your poor choices, because your friends are going to talk about it. I sat there, and now, transparency, and the audience knows this. I've seen all of the pictures, and I know the episodes, because you and I go through everything.
Oh, yes, that's true. Yes.
To be able to watch it, to see the looks on the other contestants' faces, and the judges' faces when these pictures were revealed, was just mind-blowing. And I got to tell you, I really wish that we had all 5 contestants for the Reflections Challenge, because I can only imagine what the others would have come up with.
Yeah.
And of course, what's been talked about for the entire week, the Pepper's Ghost.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Yeah.
When Brian says, get your pictures in because we want to put them in the magazine, every piece of work that we have seen, whether it's in the Toytography Challenge or what we get submitted here, it just gets better and better and better. And if this is the caliber of work that we got in season 1, I can't wait for season 2.
Yes.
What an absolutely amazing episode. I mean, everything they did, Alberto's shot with the Pepper's Ghost technique was incredible.
Yes.
George's, I loved the broken mirror. That was absolutely fantastic with the Monster Force character, the Sleepwalker.
Yeah.
And I have to say, though, that even was it Ian's Ghost Rider shot, it certainly would have been, I think, more advantageous for him if Ghost Rider's head reflection had been more central. But the simple fact is that for the frame that he had, to be able to not only get the bad guy, but to
Yeah.
also get Ghost Rider's reflection in there, and then the surface that he used to give it almost that watery look.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, these guys were just phenomenal. I'm so glad that I'm not a contestant because I'd have been out like even before episode 1.
Yeah, that's I mean, I was really excited about the fact that were able to pick those guys because man, it really just made for a great competition because these guys were absolutely fantastic. You know, with their skills and everything, it was definitely an amazing thing. With that said, we've been doing this for past ever since we started the show and doing a recap of the show. We've been doing these trivia questions that we have. So I was thinking, I mean, we got a number of people that are in here now, to where I'm willing to kind of throw in a trivia question at the moment. We'll see. I'm trying to think. Uh, let me check something real quick. Let me see.
Of course, while Brian's doing that, if you have won previously, sorry, you cannot answer this time. Oh,
All right, I had to do a refresher on the thing. So here's our trivia question that we're gonna ask for the show. Um, so when we were looking at Ian's technique, um, and the way he had the reflection with the Ghost Rider in the background and everything, uh, there were some other little pieces that he put around the character as the character was reaching. Uh, can anyone remember what it was he said that he put around the figure? Oh, look at that. We got somebody right here,
look at
right there. There he was. Like,
that.
he put that thing around there. So
I got to tell you what, man, these guys pay attention.
I know.
I mean, that is just, I love this. I freaking love our audience, dude. These guys are so awesome. We could probably pull like the most, like I was joking with Brian. I said, well, you know what it ought to be was what side of Santa was the reflection on? We thought that would be, but you know what? Somebody's going to answer that. It's not a trivia question, but somebody will get it right just because.
Yes.
But you know what? That's what makes all these guys such great photographers.
Yes.
It's that attention to detail.
It's in the details. That was the one thing I was really impressed by. Just all the stuff that Ian threw in for his photo. It was so much stuff going on that I was like, wow, okay, that was really cool. So you are the winner, sir. Let's
show him what he won, Brian.
This is a figure that is being offered by Big Bad Toy Store this week. So you are the proud winner of the Big Bad Toy Store exclusive M. Bison figure. So it's pretty cool. This is their Player 2 version of the figure, and I mean the articulation on this guy is really awesome as well. But yes, this is the figure that you are winning from Big Bad Toy Store. So we will reach out to you later on, and we will get your information so we can send you your brand new M. Bison figure, courtesy of Big Bad Toy Store. So that is congrats to you, sir. That is absolutely awesome. So yeah, we will let you know. Like I said, we'll reach out to you and get all the information from you. But yes, absolutely.
Once again, big shout out of thanks to Big Bad Toy Store for all their support. They took really, really good care of the contestants. They took care of
Yes.
our audience. I mean,
Yes.
I say, give them a round of applause in the comments, man. If anybody aside from Jesse from BBTS happens to see this, let's give them a show. Let's give them a hand.
Yes. Yeah. Because I mean, we are so grateful. I've spoken to the people there at BBTS already, and expressed my thanks to them because they did play a very big role in making all of this possible. So yeah, we are so grateful for them and everything. And the show was a lot of fun. I mean, we definitely had a lot of fun doing this, and I mean, I even said thanks to BBTS for allowing Jesse to be one of the judges on there because we
Yeah.
were just really grateful for that. Because I mean, again, it was fun to have Jesse there and getting all his advice and everything, and also advice that we got from Sergeant Bananas, and then advice that we got from Sean. I mean, it was just, I mean, absolutely fantastic to have these guys here. So yeah, it was definitely a whole lot of fun. A whole lot of fun. Yeah, that's we'll have to see. So we'll
I
have to see
can't
what
even think of what's
they're gonna be
left.
handing out. Yeah. So with that said, man, because I mean, speaking of figures and everything else, this is our segment where we actually talk about some new figures or new things that we got this week. I know Dan, you had mentioned that you had picked up something new this week.
Yep.
So what'd you get,
Well,
sir?
I mean,
Show us what you
as
got.
evidenced, I'm always trying to save money, which is why I'm trying to get our viewers to to put stuff in my pile of loot.
Mm-hmm.
This guy came out August of 23, and I saw him on sale, and of course I had some points available, so I was able to take a few more bucks off. But you can't go wrong with the SHF Mark 85,
Nice, nice.
the old Infinity Saga.
Okay.
I I saw that and went, yeah, why not? And you know something? I know he's been talked about, I know he's been reviewed, but this figure is I'm loath to use the word, but I'm going to. The figure's dope. I I can't lie. I really like it. So now that I'm done with vacation, the wife's birthday is past, I can slowly start to get back into figure buying. But yeah, I couldn't pass him up, man. I got it for like almost half price, right?
Oh, nice, nice,
So
nice.
that's my newbie. And while I was on my vacation,
Okay.
I shared with Brian already that on the 13th of March, I was able to get into Walmart's website when Walmart Con came open, and I
Mhm.
was able to order my copy of the Hasbro Marvel Legends 77 Spider-Man figure, which a lot of you who've seen my Facebook posts, you've seen anything on it, you know that there's a very sentimental reason for me getting that.
Yeah.
So I was absolutely thrilled that I got the order in. It's going to be released in June, and probably, hopefully, within another couple of weeks, I should see my Maximum Series Spider-Man, so I can talk about the pricing on that and see if it's actually worth $50.
Okay. Okay. Very cool, sir. Well, I'm glad you got that. It's definitely a cool looking figure. So let's see. So I picked up something. I told Dan about it before. This was I have this figure in a 1/12 scale, and recently someone released it in a 1/6 scale. Uh, so I decided to go ahead and pick it up. So it came in this black box, but you can probably tell by the logo of what this guy is. So
Ooh.
yes, so I don't know, when I saw him, I was like, all right, I'll go ahead and grab it. And I have to say, I'm gonna say right off the bat, just to be open and honest with you guys. Um, when I opened up the box, I was a bit disappointed. I was disappointed because I got sent like these generic hands that the figure came with, and also he had this head sculpt, which the head sculpt looks okay,
Mm-hmm.
um, but in comparison to the hands, this head sculpt is very pale,
Oh.
and so I was not not too pleased with it. So I may have to reach out to somebody to see if maybe they can do a repaint. Thankfully, I have another Henry Cavill head sculpt that I use, so I have it sit on the body instead. And also, I took the glasses off, which they were a little oversized, a little bit, but it was enough to pull it off. So I put the glasses on that. So I do have it here. This is the figure.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, he definitely looks good. He comes with the newspaper, and then he comes with this bag. He also comes with a camera. He also comes with the photos that he used. I guess that he was showing to Bruce Wayne. So he came with that. And when you open up the chest, there is the Superman, uniform underneath. It's only the torso, but that's all you need. And I'll post pictures of it in the group later on so you guys can see. The one really cool thing about this figure is the feet are magnetic.
Ooh.
So if you want to put him in a running pose to make it look like he's running and pulling open the shirt to reveal the S logo, you can. And I just cut out a sheet of metal and I just stuck it on there. So yeah, I have never seen that in any of the figures. Actually, no, I take that back. I believe that there's an in-art Joker that they put the magnets on there, but really not for the same reason. They just didn't want you to use the flight stands, but those magnets are also pretty weak. This is pretty durable, and I do like it. I'll share some pictures with you guys later on. I'll post it in the group so you guys can.
So wait a minute, let me see if I got this straight. Works for a newspaper, wears a red and blue costume, can stick to things.
No comment. No comment. No comment. I see the similarities, but I'm remain silent on that. So that's.
I will freely admit that I'm a dork.
Yeah. Yeah. See, that was the thing. So the in-art Joker, yes, he does have the figures, but I have seen people take that figure and put it on display, and then next they posting pictures of the in-art Joker on the floor because the magnets weren't strong enough to hold them. So I think that was I don't know if that's a design issue on the shoes or a design issue on the base, depending upon what area has the magnets. I'm assuming the magnets are in the shoes and not in the base. So if that's the case, then they should have got some stronger magnets. But yeah, the Sue Spider, Ken Parker. Yeah. See. Oh yeah. See. So yeah. Okay. Yeah. So it's unfortunate, but it is what it is, So yeah, so that'll do it for the stuff that we have for a show. So now we're going to take a look at our photos that were submitted in the Facebook group. Again, for those of you who don't know, if you're in the Facebook group and you have a photo that you want to get advice on, you just want to just share with it what you've done, you can post that photo in the Facebook group, put the hashtag TTM live, and we will take note of the photo and put it in a folder to save it for our live stream for right now, and then we'll give whatever feedback we can for the images. So right now we're going to take a look at 5 images, and we're going to see what skills you guys brought to the table this week, and if there's any advice that we can give, we will give it. So let's go ahead and let's get started with our first image.
Ooh,
this is a nice one. This is by Al.
Sneaky.
I mean, from looking at this, I wonder if this is I think I just recently picked up this stuff. This is the
like the smoke effect.
Yeah. I can't remember the name of the company that made these, because they made smoke, they made water, they made fire, they made lightning, all these different effects. So this is a good use of that effect, and it's nice with the city background. And so this is Agent, and this is supposed to be Batman
Yep.
in the background.
Yep.
Uh, oh yes, thank you very much. Yes, Tamashi. Yes, they're the ones that made it. Oh, this is yours. Okay, great. Yes, I think this is a good image. I mean, this would be a good little battle to watch as well. Either a team up or a battle, however you wanna you wanna see the thing. But yeah, this is a cool image. I do like your lighting on it. Uh, the only thing I would change on this is your depth of field on it,
Yeah.
because it's a little hard to make out that this is Batman in the background.
Yep.
I would bring him a little more into focus. I mean, the giveaway for it is, one, you can tell that that's a Batman logo, and I'm assuming this is the cape, Batman's cape, that's like blowing in the wind right here. But it's almost like after you get to right here, you kind of lose what you're seeing, because it looks like almost here Batman looks a little larger than he should be from here. I'm assuming he's standing in front of something. Uh, so yeah, it's kind of hard to make out. So I would bring him just a little bit more into focus, just so that you can see, that it's him. But literally everything else is fine. Actually, no, I will take that back. This is the thing I would make blurry.
Yep.
Only because it does look like it. You can kind of tell that it's plastic, but if it's blurred, you can't really tell what it is, and then therefore your natural eye just kind of assume, okay, that must be smoke, going in, and so therefore, but you have this in focus, and this is a little out of focus. So I would just kind of change that a little bit. But other than that, I think the image is great. I like your posing. I definitely like your posing and your setup. That is a great shot. Dan, you have anything to?
Yeah, I definitely agree. I mean, I saw this when he originally posted it, and seeing it online, my eyes were, it was easier for my eyes to adjust.
Okay.
I agree. I think Batman should have been a little bit more in focus, because the problem is, and it's, and I know it's because I have progressive lenses in my glasses.
Hmm.
The blur with Batman, my eyes are trying to focus him.
Right. Yeah.
And it actually gives me a little bit of a headache because of how hard they're trying to work. And then the reflection off the smoke. I mean, you typically aren't going to see reflections on smoke because it's a gas.
Yeah.
So if you had blurred that smoke a little bit and maybe brought Batman a little bit more into focus, because the other part of it too is, I can't tell. It looks like it must be Agent Venom is sitting on a gargoyle. When I initially looked at it,
Oh yeah. Yep.
I thought he was riding a motorcycle until
Oh
I
really?
looked at it more
Oh,
closely.
I mean, I was. It was kind of giving it away for me that they were on a rooftop because of all the lights in the
Yeah,
background. I was like, okay, they must be on top of the city
that's
somewhere.
where my brain wasn't reconciling. And
Okay.
then when I looked at it closely, I realized that, okay, that's what it is. So
Yeah.
the smoke must be coming like from an exhaust vent or something like that. But
Yeah.
I mean, I do love it. I love the lights in the background. I think that this would be, I would love to see an amazing battle shot with these two. So Al, I would love to see you take this and tell a more of a story with it. But
Yeah.
I would certainly keep the two main aspects more in focus together, and
Yeah.
let the eye be drawn to the combatants or the team up as it is, versus the.
Yeah, that totally makes sense. And I see he said he got this with your
Oh,
phone.
on the iPhone.
You know,
Okay.
yeah, honestly, I can see that sometimes that that can be the downside, because the phone will focus on what it wants to focus on.
Yep. That
When
makes sense now.
it's image. So yeah, that is, I can see the challenge with using the phone. So yeah, I can understand that. I can totally understand that. There's just certain things that you know there's some limitations there. phones do take fantastic images with all the technology that they have now. It's just sometimes they are, they're kind of, I do what I want to do. That's the way they are. But yeah, either way, like I said, it's a good image, sir. So thank you for submitting.
Yes, thank you
The
very much.
next image we got from Graham.
Graham.
This is,
Yeah.
I, I think this is good. So he has, I think this is a continuation from
Yep.
the story that he.
I will say just one little thing.
Mm.
Bram has sent me kind of a sneak preview in chat. He's working on a special project with this, and I can't wait to see some more how it turns out. Of course, having been sick last week, my brain was about mush, so he asked me if I had any ideas. But you guys are going to be in for just some amazing treats here when he continues what he is doing with this particular series.
Yeah, I gotta say, man, this story has pretty much dragged on like the whole month of March. We've been seeing this every week. We've been seeing a new image there. So this is really cool the way he's coming down to, I guess, come to save the day.
That's right.
This is cool. My only thing, Bram, is Mando is pretty much the only thing that's in focus. This is similar to what we just saw in the previous image, where there are some things where you need to bring it a little more into focus, like only because I've seen your other images.
Yep.
I know that that's the truck, and I know that that's the I forgot the character that you're using that you put on the truck there, but I can tell what this is. But someone who has not seen any of the prior images and they're looking at this, because Mando is the only one in focus, it's just that's all that you pay attention to. So I probably would have done the same thing. I would have brought the truck a little bit more into focus so that you can determine, like, okay, that's the hood, okay, that's the wheel, and that's the headlight, and this is the enemy that's on the hood. You're able to see those things because they're a little more in focus. Other than that, I would say your background is good because it gives that sense of speed. So you definitely did a good job on that, and him coming in, and also with the cloak like flowing in the air, coming down like that. It also gives you a sense of speed, like he's getting ready to land. It's just that I would want to see more of what he's getting ready to come into with this stuff right here.
Yep, I agree with that too. He's getting that blur motion in the background to show Mando jumping down, but the problem is, of course, the blur extends into the foreground. Yeah. And I think honestly that the foreground could have been much better in focus, and maybe Mando just ever so slightly out of focus. Not terribly, but just enough on it so that
I know what you mean. I know what you mean. Well, yes, but if I mean, because you can have him in focus, but give that sense of motion with that blurred effect. Like, so I've done it before, and for those of you who do not know how I do photography, I really do pretty much zero editing for my photo. I don't use any Photoshop techniques. I really don't use any of that stuff because I like producing things in camera. So because of that, I'll just say there's more than one way you could have pulled this off. One is editing. You can edit the shot, do it in post, add some blur. Yes, you can add some blur effects to where he's still in focus, but it looks like there's motion. So you can pull that off, which is kind of like what you got between the background and the foreground. Foreground, he's out of focus, but in the background, it's out of focus, but at the same time, you can see the motion blur in it. So you did a good job having that. But for me, the way I would do this technique is I would set my camera to a long exposure, and then I would actually move the character slightly during the long exposure. That way he's in focus, but you will see that blurred effect. and you only have to do it a little bit. Like you don't have to like literally move him down during that long exposure. You just move him just like really slow, ever so slightly, and you will still have him in focus, but you'll get that blurred effect or that motion effect. It's a technique that they use for a number of different things. Most of the time when I do a technique like that, I'm doing it with my flash figure.
Maybe before we wrap the show, if you can pull one of those up, because I got to tell you, I've seen his flash pictures where he's done that. They're so freaking cool. It's not even. They're just super, super cool.
Yeah, they're I mean it's a fun technique too, but you got to have a lot of patience doing it, because trying to move him and keep him steady going at the same time, it's a difficult technique. I don't know. It probably would be easier to just do a post edit, do that thing there. But yeah, it's a so those are one or two ways that you can pull it off. But yeah, I still think he did a great job on it.
Yeah, I can't wait for the rest of the story. You guys are gonna absolutely just it's just gonna be super cool.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what the end result is. This is going to be. So our next image, stereo, man, this is cool here. I like this shot as well. From a character that I really don't think gets that much love, in which she should, because I have the Hot Toys version of this figure, and I think she looks fantastic. There's a number of people that just don't really say too much about her. This is definitely 1/12 scale figure, but yeah, this is definitely a good shot. Again, it's almost like we're seeing the theme here.
Yeah.
I kind of would have done the same thing here. I would have brought the Stormtrooper just ever so slightly more into focus. Again, if you know the characters, you are like, okay, yeah, I know that's a Stormtrooper, and you can tell what it is. But I would put it just a little bit more in focus, just so I can kind of see how he's laying down. And it just gives a little bit more detail, because I think he's just a little bit too out of focus. That's just my personal preference on the thing. You can make out the helmet, you can make out the arm, and you can't see the leg. Yes, you can't see that, but it's just a personal thing with me. I would put him a little bit more in focus. The funny thing is I've done an image similar to this using the same character and a Stormtroopers as well. So so I have shots of this. Done something similar, but yeah, that's my take on that. Dan, what do you think?
I agree. I think that and you're right. There seems to be a theme today of the central character focus, but
yeah,
I love the composition of the shot. We've got that slightly upturned angle. You're assuming that the armorer just cracked him.
Right.
The lighting is fantastic. I love the lighting. The outside, I mean, you've got that. You can tell that it's daylight outside, but we're inside this building. It's dark enough. We've just got that one little bit of light there over on the wall. Composition wise, this is a great picture. I love the angle. I love the storytelling in it. But I do agree. Bring the Stormtrooper just a little bit more into focus, and your story jumps by 1,000 points.
Yeah, it's just so that you can kind of get an understanding of what's going on. So yeah, I think it's I think you did a good job on it. I think you did a real good job. So let's go ahead and jump to the next shot we have.
Ooh.
This is called, yeah. This is cool. He does a really good job with portraits, and so this one is no exception. I mean, it's just always good with his lighting. This one, I think the lighting is got a little bit more even tone on the lighting. Because normally he would put you would see more of a shadow on one side, which he kind of put it off on here. But it seems like the lighting is a little more even, and then he added in the smoke effect
Yep.
on this as well. So yeah, but overall, I say this is just another portrait. I like the smoke in the background. Or wait a minute, is that the background or the foreground? I can't tell.
It's foreground. I think it's meant to be coming from the weapon.
So like he
Because
got
if you
smoke
look
along
over
here, and then
his
smoke over
arm,
here.
you can kind of see it.
Oh yeah, so yes, I can see it. It kind of goes up
Yep.
across. Yes, okay.
So I
Okay.
think it's meant to convey that he just fired the weapon, and we've got the blowback from the.
Got you. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. But yeah, I mean, hey, it's Chuck Norris. Can't go wrong with
That's
Chuck
right.
Norris. I
And if we
think
say anything bad about it, Chuck will find us and hurt us.
right.
Great picture. We love you,
Yes.
Chuck.
Yes, absolutely fantastic. I have nothing to say about this image. It is really great.
Not at all. It could. There's no way to improve on it.
Right.
Chuck Norris is awesome. We love you, Chuck.
Right.
Next picture.
So let's see the next image we got is
Ooh,
this is good.
yeah.
This is from Mike. Man, the thing I really love about this image is the posing technique. I mean, literally to have all four, which this is similar to what we did in the Toytography Challenge, where we
Right.
had to bring more than one character, because that's not an easy task to have multiple characters in the shot. This is a cool technique though, the way they pulled it off. So you have right here where it looks like he's the mace is actually hitting the shield. So
I love that. I love the sparks coming off of it too.
yeah, so you have that, and then you got some sparks coming over here as well. So it looks like, okay, so the mace hit there, and then the sword hit the shield.
Oh, nice.
He's blocking the shot with that shield. But to have all four of those characters and then the fifth guy, I think that's a really solid technique. So yeah, definitely good job on that. What do you think about this, sir?
I love it. I love the fact that it looks like we've got smoke all around the ground. So he's in this dungeony look. I do like that orange light off to the right, and then the blue on the other side. And we've talked about this before in other shots. You really can't go wrong when you play off two colors from each other like that.
Yeah.
And it's, I think what I really like though about this though is just the distinction, because the blue light's coming from the back and the side, and so you see the one skeleton with his sword, and you've got the blue reflecting off of it. But then on the opposite side from that orange fiery glow, you see the other sword that looks like it's flaming. I love the composition on this. I love the posing. You've got the one skeleton on the ground just kind of like trying to crawl toward him. But those effects with the sparks are really, really nicely done.
Yes.
Even for a straight on piece from the back, there's a lot of action and storytelling conveyed in this. I think this is fantastic. I think the only thing that maybe I would have done a little differently is the background behind the hole in the wall. I might have darkened that up just a little bit because to me, because you can see the detail in it, it's kind of distracting. And my eye keeps kind of getting drawn up to it because I see those dark brick lines in the background. Maybe darken that up a little bit. And
I did notice that. I did notice that as well. I mean, I kind of would be okay with seeing that because it kind of gives the impression that that's where the skeletons came from. But I mean, it's very minor. But the only thing is that I probably would have made it a little darker across the top.
Yeah,
that's my only thing. But having the wall visible with that light, I think the lighting is good. I don't think they made it too bright because again, it gives the impression that they just broke through the wall, and that's the room that they came from. Therefore, it kind of adds to the shot. So and again, sometimes those techniques work. Sometimes the wall is necessary. And then other times the wall is like, okay, I don't need to see that. But the thing
And
about it is,
that's where my OCD comes in, because I'm looking at it and I'm looking at those straight lines going down, and then I'm looking at the other bricks, and my brain's going, that doesn't look right to you. Darken it.
yeah, see,
but,
and
but
that's
that's me.
yeah, that's the thing. I think that if the lines were horizontal with the wall in front of it, I think that's where I would have the problem.
Right. Yeah.
Because it's just like then it makes it look flat.
Right.
Even if you had those, but the mere fact that you have those lines going vertical, and then you have the horizontal line from the brick, it adds to the whole photo. So it's really good, and the mere fact that it's not just a plain black, wall or gray wall or just shining light on it or whatever. It gives it like this bluish tone to it, and it adds to all the overall colors of the whole image. So I think
I don't disagree. Like I said, just for me, I would have darkened it just a little bit more so that it looked like they were in that dark room when they broke through.
Yeah. So it's like,
but,
like I said, just across the top, I would have made it just a little,
because then that would have drawn the eye even more, closer into
to what's in front.
the battle going on.
Yeah,
it would have almost been like a oh my gosh, what's the term I'm trying to think of here? A vignette.
Oh, okay. Oh, yes. Okay. Yeah, I could see that. So just to backtrack a little bit, I did find a couple of those images that I was speaking of. So let me see. Can I go back and it'll show up? Let me see if I can go back and. Oh yes, there it is.
There he is.
So this was the flash image that I did, and again, this just a technique that I use where I had just a long 30-second exposure, where literally I just had the figure on a stand, and during the exposure, I just kind of move the flash along so that it gives that blurred or that motion blur effect. So as you can see, he's still in focus. And even these areas are still in focus. It was just the motion of it, and that was just due to the long technique. This was I don't think I ever finished this image, so this is another part where I was kind of playing around with it. But again, he's completely in focus, and then he's got the motion blur going on. This was literally just a rough image. I just pulled this out of my my archive. So it's like there's a lot of techniques that aren't even done. I just grabbed it and just put it just for the sake of explaining the shot. But yeah,
what I like the most about these shots though, with your flash and the blur motion that you're using, it reminds me of how Alex Ross draws and paints.
Yes,
flash and motion.
Yeah, well, I mean, for those of you who know how I do my technique, I mean, I am a big fan of Alex Ross, so I'm always trying to do photos like what he would do if he was drawing them. I try to make them look as real as possible with that. So yeah, I'm glad you noticed, sir. Glad you noticed. So,
I love them. And you guys obviously can see why I was raving about them earlier, because it's so freaking cool.
And this was another one I just grabbed. I'm not sure if this was one that I actually finished or if this was from my archive, but I grabbed it, and this was the other one I was doing where similar to he's just there laid out, and you can clearly see the figure that he's right there, and so if I was to blur him, it would be because I would bring him further into the foreground of the camera, so that even though he's blurred, because he's so close to the camera, you can still clearly see who he is and what happened. But for the other one, because of the distance of the two, where they're both kind of back a little bit, then I would bring the other one more into focus for it. So, but yeah. So yeah, that's do it for this segment. Our final thing that we're going to take a look at now, these were
off great work.
Yes, Yeah, so the next segment that we're going to take a look, and I got to say a big thanks to all of you guys, because this time around, I have to warn you now, this one is the amount of photos that we had submitted, it kind of lengthened the time a little bit. So it's not super long, but it is longer than our usual time by like a few minutes. But the next the next segment of photos that we're going to take a look at, these are photos that were submitted by the members in our Facebook group. So again, if you're not part of the group, all you have to do, head over. There's a link in the description. You can just head over to the Facebook group and just submit your photos. And all the photos that are submitted that week, I'll grab all those photos and put them in so we can all take a look at everyone's work right now. So that's what we're going to take a look at now. We're going to take a look at all the photos that have been submitted in our Facebook group this week. So without further ado, let's get started.
Ooh.
And right off the bat, there's George.
You said that's George, right?
Yes, that was George.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like the comic background. That's great. Oh,
yes.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely, you guys got some good shots.
I like that.
And this is, to me, this is like one of the best parts of the segment, is just watching you guys with your lighting, your posing. Just your techniques are just fun to see all the time. You guys just have some amazing skills. And also, I mean, this is the other thing I've noticed. A lot of these photos that have been submitted by the members, there are, you see stuff like this. It's like you can see the improvements. Like, we can tell when you guys have improved. We can tell when you guys are trying something new. So it's always cool to see the photos that you guys submit. It's fantastic.
I like that.
Yeah, this is nice.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. That just
it's okay.
It's
totally okay. But this is what I mean when I see we see images like this.
Look at the crossed foot. Just the attention to detail is leaning on the ball. That's wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Ooh. Yes. And we're actually going to be taking a look at that photo again next week, because that was from Ken, so he wants us to take a look. So we'll definitely look at that one again. So yeah. Yeah, these are all. I think this is Mandy. She was.
I think so. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, nice. Got a little Common Rider mixing in here.
Yep. Yes, this is another one from Ken. This is a really good shot.
I like the bullet holes in the glass.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, I really like the lighting on this.
I do too.
Really cool to see. So Batman.
Oh, Batman, nice.
Yes.
I love it when photographers mix in the the sound effect words with them.
Yeah.
That's so great. Oh, that's cool.
Right.
That's menacing right there.
Yes, it is.
Oh, yes.
I like this shot too. This was really nice.
Homage to the 66.
Yes. Yeah, definitely good shot. I like this figure. This figure is actually pretty cool. I've seen a number of images with this figure.
Yep, that is cool. I really got to expand what I call. I don't have room.
Yeah, I know, right? That's the downside. It's like I want to get more, but yeah, you definitely have to plan it out. This was cool. I like
that one. I like the caption with it too, lifted right from Predator. That's awesome. Plus, Spirit's just a great character anyway.
Yes.
Bucky Cap makes an appearance. I love it.
Yep. This is another one I like.
Spider
the lighting on this is really good.
That is really cool.
Yes. Yes. This was another one I like. There's actually a series of photos. So if you guys are in the group, go check out the photos that go along with this image, because it's like a little story to it. I like this one too. This was definitely a good shot. Normally you would see, Godzilla. That's the only images that he would be putting in. but he decided to change up something and put a Batman in there. So
I like that simple background behind Daredevil too. That's cool.
yeah, definitely. Like, this was definitely pulled off really well.
Head
And I have this
bull.
figure now, and I have yet to take a photo with it.
What?
But
Why are you
yeah,
slacking?
yeah, I know. It's like
Ooh.
keep tabs on other stuff, but yes.
Gee. I'm really glad that these photos didn't quite make it in for TTM Live because it would be really hard to give critiques. These are
I know.
so good. I love this Batman and Robin. That was cool.
Yes,
I like that.
yes. And again, putting in the sound effects in there. This is an outdoor shot. I really like and this is getting to the point where that the change in the seasons where people are going to be going out more. This is one of my top
Mhm.
shots I threw in.
I love this one though. I love that you did that one.
I just love the reflection of his glasses. That was my thing. And then this was
Ah,
another
yes,
one I threw in.
that's fantastic.
Yeah, another one. I like this.
Ooh,
At
that's
home.
cool.
Yes. Yeah, definitely some cool submissions from these guys.
For sure. And I'll tell you, you can never go wrong with a black and white photo.
Yeah. Yeah. You just get all the details when
Yep.
you're doing that. This is really cool. I
Oh,
like this shot too.
Mikey and Raph, I like that.
Yeah. This is another
Ah,
one from Ken. He just thought this was cool. He's like, I am done with Bert.
yep. Bert's toast.
Yes.
Oh,
This is a good Punisher shot.
that's a really good Punisher shot.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ah,
Right.
these are great.
This is from Jesse. Man, as soon as Jesse put it, I was like, I'm throwing this in. I'm throwing
Yep.
it in.
I know I saw that earlier. And I'm like, the best part about it, I got to approve that in the group because I happened
Yeah.
to see it and I'm like, boop.
Yes. Good shot. This is good too. This is
That's
another really nice one.
great.
Yes.
Oh, I like that.
Yep. Good stuff. Really good stuff. Yeah, from Super 7. Okay.
These are gorgeous.
Hey.
Ah,
I like this was nice. I mean, man, I kind of want to see if I can recreate this shot because this is cool. That was a cool one. This is Frederick. The other one. This is
Frederick, yeah.
nice.
I love Frederick's shots, especially the way he incorporates vehicles into them. I
Yeah.
like that. That's nice.
Yeah, this is cool too. It's like there's something you don't see every day.
Yeah, right.
Yes.
Ooh,
This is cool too. Yeah, nice Daredevil shot.
I like that. I love the pose, just kind of wiping the blood off his chin.
Yeah. Yes. This
Ah,
was good too. I mean, man, I just like the whole lighting, the whole scene. The whole
yeah.
scene of this shot was really good.
The
And
hearts
this,
for the eyes were phenomenal.
yes, this was a good shot as well. I really like this one.
Oh, especially down by his feet. You can see that.
Yes.
Just
Yep.
amazing. Nice.
This was cool. Yes. Yes. Just some amazing stuff. Yeah, it's like, gosh, these guys. This was another one of my favorites. I was like,
Yeah.
that is cool. Daredevil dropping in.
I've got that armored Daredevil somewhere over in the display.
Okay. Yes.
Oh no! Oh, I love this. I love the way he mixed the effect in with Fei Long with the kick. I'm so bummed. I can't find my alternate head sculpt for my Fei Long.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Oh,
I like this Spidey. I like the way he's got the leg pose.
yes.
Yeah, Bison.
Yes. I think I have this bison. I think that's the Soda Toys bison.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Nice smoke effect. Very nice smoke
Very
effect.
nice. Sam holding his frying pan. That's phenomenal.
Yes. Yes.
Ah.
This is another cool one.
I just love the big smile on the skeleton's face as he's waving.
Yes.
Oh,
Well, that'll do it for us for today. Again, thank you guys for tuning in. It's always fun, always a pleasure to see you guys. And now we are down to our final two We're down to our final 2 contestants. So this Saturday, the winner of the Toytography Challenge is going to be announced. It is now down to the final 2. It is now head-to-head between Alberto
and
George. And yeah, it's it is a, oh my gosh, I'm just gonna say you're not ready. You're not ready.
No, you're not. Santa versus Sleepwalker, winner take all.
Yeah, it is gonna be it will not go the way you will expect. I'm just gonna say this right now. The show is not going to go the way you expect. It's going to be just a phenomenal episode. So yes, it is the series finale is taking place this Saturday for the Toytography Challenge. So you do not want to miss it. And also you will not want to miss next Wednesday's episode of Toytography Live, because we're going to have something special for that episode, as well as we do a recap of what we're going to see this Saturday. So you definitely do not want to miss Saturday's episode, and you do not want to miss the next episode of Toytography Live. You will not be disappointed. So yes, we are definitely looking forward to the show. So yes, it's been it's been an absolute fun journey this entire time watching it, and like I said, you guys are going to love the final episode. You are going to love the final episode for sure. So I am glad you've been enjoying it, man. That is good to hear. That is great to hear. Thank you very much.
11 o'clock Eastern, 8 o'clock Pacific. I will be in the chat, so we can interact as we're watching the show. Yeah, it's gonna be something you guys do not want to miss. It's gonna be some phenomenal stuff. These guys brought their A game all the way to the end. I mean, even the judges were just like, oh my gosh. And Jesse would tell you, Jesse was just like, you guys, my goodness. It was a tough decision at the end, but yeah, it's gonna be a cool show. So definitely don't want to miss that. So again, thank you guys for tuning into the channel. Again, you guys are always appreciated. And we will see you next week for Toytography Live. Until then, smash like and subscribe.
Yes, hit like and subscribe, please. And we will see y'all next week. Have a good one.